What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of your favorite podcast, Straighten Up, with your host, Jason and Eddie.
I'm Jason.
And I'm Eddie, and we are so excited to be back again with another episode coming into your phones and into your homes in the least creepiest way possible.
It's always a little creepy.
Just a little bit, right?
Just a little bit.
Just a hinge of creepy,
Yeah.
You know? So we're back again. As you can tell, we are back in our studio. We got power back.
It is good to be back.
We're home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home.
If you could see my shoes right now.
Ruby red slippers, 6-inch heel stiletto pumps,
Mm-hmm.
baby Louboutin.
Oh, I still can't afford that.
Oh, sorry, it's just a.
We haven't started making money yet from this podcast. So.
It's just a heel with red paint on the bottom.
100%. You saw my trail walking in here.
You put LB with your finger on the bottom.
It's just finger paints.
Yeah.
I can't walk in the rain.
Well, listen. I see you red. I'm gonna get sued for that song. So we're back. We're back in our studio. It's good to be back. It's good to be filming again. I think we should just jump right in and address the biggest thing that I think everybody's going to be talking about because it happened today.
Oh, yes. Yes.
The legendary, iconic, amazing, just triumphant, just, I don't know, powerhouse. How could you describe her?
I think you just did.
Just the saddest thing, Miss Tina Turner passed away today.
Oh, Tina.
She was 83 years old.
Wow.
She was 83 years old. She passed away in her home in Switzerland.
In Switzerland? She was living in Switzerland?
She lived in Switzerland for the past 10 years with her current husband. She renounced her U.S. citizenship to become a citizen of Switzerland with her husband.
Living the dream for all of us.
Yeah. She gave up singing, if you didn't know. I believe it was in 2009.
Oh, wow.
She stopped performing. They had asked why, and at the time she said, I'm just tired of having to always make people happy outside of myself.
Oh, that's beautiful.
You know?
Yeah.
And so she loved performing. She loved her fans. She loved being on that stage. But she needed to look after herself.
She did it for long enough.
Yeah,
that
she did it
she
for
earned
years,
her.
yeah.
She earned where she is now.
She had a stroke back in 2003. She had to learn how to walk again.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was wild. There was a lot that Tina Turner went through in her life. That poor, wonderful woman.
Ugh.
Not obviously, most notably with Ike Turner.
Mm-hmm.
Her abusive relationship and how she rose after that and used that to fuel her and be this beacon of hope for everybody.
Yeah.
You know, little boys, little girls, you know, people in abusive relationships. If Tina Turner can do it, I can do it, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, she passed away today, and I was, I guess, heartbroken when I found out.
Yeah.
You know, I loved Tina growing up, listening to her music,
Mm-hmm.
in everything. I loved the movie. I loved listening about her life. I loved listening to her music and what fueled her to do those things. And then it was the world lost a great person.
Yeah, I feel like she is one of those people that when you hear that they passed away, it's kind of like you don't believe it for just like a second. Where like it's like the same with like Whitney Houston and like Michael Jackson, like these really big names that once you find out, it's like, oh, wait, that's crazy. They're actually gone. And I'm sure her music is about to skyrocket.
Yeah.
That's what happens after every large celebrity.
Right. I was on my way home, actually. Well, I was in the office about to leave to come home, and I'm scrolling through, TikTok and Instagram and everything. And the amount of posts that I saw with Tina Turner's music, I'm watching What's Love Got to Do with It, just all these things, all the posts that celebrities have posted. What's her, oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank, and it's Angela Bassett. How could I draw a blank? Angela Bassett did such a beautiful tribute post to Tina Turner, because obviously Angela Bassett is the one who played her in What's Love Got to Do with It. And it just, I don't know, it's heartbreaking to know life is short, man.
Yeah.
Life is short, and you just got to do something that just makes life beautiful for yourself before life takes you for itself.
Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, there's this quote / video that I seen a while ago that it really changed my perspective on living, and it was basically just like life is just a game, and so like just play the best one you can. Like why sit here and worry about it and stress about it and save up all your money and like make sure you have a good retirement when you could be living right now because you never know when you're gonna go.
You just got to keep rolling down that river.
Amen.
Rolling. So yeah, Tina Turner, she was 83 years old. And I think that's a great life.
Yeah.
I think
100%.
I think anything past 80, you've lived.
Mm-hmm.
You've lived a life, whether it be bad, good, this, that, you've seen things, you've experienced things, you've loved, you've lost, you've gained, and I think that's such a beautiful thing to think about in that sense, like, one of these days I'm going to look back and think, wow, I've lived.
Yeah.
What's your take on aging, on getting older?
You're going to hate this.
Probably.
Because I always say it, and you hate it every time I say it.
Definitely.
Hi, I'm Jason.
Nice to meet you, Frederick.
Yeah, oh. Got it. No, I have always been under the impression that I am going to die younger.
Is that being under the impression? Or is that just,
I've just always felt that way.
I don't think it's being under the impression.
What is under the impression then?
I don't know. It just doesn't sound like the correct terminology. I apologize. Continue.
No,
I don't want another interruption post.
Yeah.
I watch our show too, guys, and I see the edits.
Yeah, sometimes you don't see it till it's posted.
Days later. Anyways, continue.
Anyway.
Good sir.
Thank you so much. This whole time it's interrupted on my face while I'm talking. So I've always felt like I was going to die younger, but I never seen it as like a sad thing. I always seen it as it almost like pushes me a little bit further. It drives me a little bit more in the idea that if I don't have that much time, what am I going to do with the time that I have?
So what is younger though?
Like I don't picture myself living past like probably mid 50s, something like that.
You're 29.
I know, but I've never pictured myself being an old person. I've always just pictured myself dying younger.
You're giving yourself what?
Another like 20 years?
20 years?
Yeah.
If that?
Yeah, but
because that 20 years is
quality of life, not
early.
Quantity.
Yeah, early 50s. I'd say 25 years.
Yeah. So I think that's a good life.
No. No, it is not a good life.
It's
50.
But that's the thing. It's not even something that I'm choosing to see it that way. It just naturally feels that way. Like that's just the way it's always been for me.
I wasn't born until my grandma was 40.
Well, good for you.
It's 40 years old. She was a grandmother before me, obviously.
Yeah.
But she would have. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
To be a fresh grandmother. All right.
I mean, don't get me. I'm a peace out now. Bye. Don't get me wrong. Like, obviously, I would love to live a long, fruitful life and all that, but it just kind of feels that way. So we'll see what happens.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Just hanging around.
That means you got to stick around for that long.
I was just hanging around. You saw me.
Oh, oh God, I didn't see you. Oh my God. Don't cancel him.
I feel, I know I'm the complete opposite from you.
Yeah, I know. You want to live to 1,000.
1,000? I would not want to. That's
medical knowledge.
Listen, I read something a few years back. I think it was crazy. The craziest thing I've ever read. But it said the first person to live to 400 years old is alive today. And I think what it meant by like modern technology and science and like how advanced everything, how fast advancement things are going,
There will be somebody alive today that is going to live to be 400.
Right.
Okay.
Right. In however you want to take it. I took it as more scientifically than biologically, but yeah, I can see it happening.
What's the difference? Like, are they like cyborgs?
Yeah,
then,
you could not biologically live to be that old. But if you add science into it, yes, you can. But for me, personally, I have always said, as long as I'm healthy while doing it, because I know it's possible, I would love to live to be at least minimum 100 years old. I want to live. I want to live.
Yeah.
You know, and being somebody who used to work in a senior home, I've been around life and death for. I've worked in the healthcare for about 10 years, in the health industry for 10 years, and through that time, I've seen a lot in terms of aging, and I know that it's possible. I had the sweetest woman. I loved her dearly, deeply. She was one of my best friends there. She was amazing. Her name was Eva May. She passed away at 105.
Dang.
Yeah, she was 105 years old. She was, I think, a couple of months from 106. And I think prior to that, probably about a year prior to that, she was walking. We'd go to dance classes together. You know, she had her walker. She ended up having a stroke, so that's kind of what declined her, and inevitably, you know, she passed away. But yeah, she was great. And then there was other residents there who was, there was one, we celebrated her 100th birthday, and she was driving still. She was going out on walks. She was going out on outings. She was going to plays. She was, man, you would thought she was 75 years old, you know? And so that's what I mean. If I can live to be 100 and be like that,
yeah, be still
without
like
a doubt,
self-sufficient.
Without a doubt, let me live. But if I'm like wheelchair ridden, bedridden,
you're having to be sponge bathed every night,
colostomy.
Yeah,
you know,
there's no point. Like, why?
Listen,
just
yeah, you know, let me live eternally with God.
Amen. I've always said if it ever comes down to it, and I am able to never leave the hospital, like if it's, I got sick enough one time and that's it for me, I'm probably gonna have to live the rest of my life in hospice or in a hospital or whatever.
Yeah.
And if there's an option to like pull a plug.
Yeah.
I don't want to live that way.
But, and this is what I mean. It's so amazing. Our bodies, even being older and aging. When I first started at the senior place I was telling you about, there was a wedded couple. Sweetest people. But I remember when I first met them, he was wheelchair bound. He had like milk and magnesia drip. It was wild. Like he couldn't walk. He had a stroke, everything. And the wife was pushing him around. And throughout the time, you know, he was going to rehab and he fully recovered, was walking again, was driving again, was going on outings, and he was in his, I think, 80s.
Oh, wow.
You know, so I mean, people say, once you get older, yes, it is harder, but it's not impossible. Yeah. And I think that's my take on aging. Like, I'm excited to age. I will say, I'm not excited to turn 32 for some reason.
You're really dreading it.
I am. But when I turned 30, I loved it. I was like, frick yeah, I'm going to be 30 years old. Yeah. I'm going to have the greatest time. This is amazing. And then 31 happened. I went, ugh.
Yeah.
Ew.
It's always the weird ages. Like, when I turned 25, was excited for it. Mm-hmm. And then 26, 27, like, that was, like, a weird age for me that I was like, oh, I feel now older for some reason. Yeah. Like, I don't know. There's something about it that, like, people stop telling me that I'm young. Like, and I feel like 29 for me is one of those ages right now that it's, like, so close to 30, but it's not 30 yet that I can't just, like, throw in the towel. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah. No, yeah, I don't know. I think it is those weird ages that kind of get you.
Yeah.
What would you say was your favorite age?
Ooh. You know what? I think it was 25.
Okay, why?
So.
Pop quiz.
Yeah. Okay. Answer. Show your work.
Where were you? How old were you?
And what were you doing?
When did you turn that? What's your social security number? And give me the last 4 digits of your PIN code.
Oh, 486-78-05-87.
And the last of your PIN?
It's my birthday. So.
Shit.
Hey. Anyways, yeah, I think mine was
Hey.
25. I think mine was 25 because, to be honest, I was kind of boring in my early 20s. Like I did things, but not a super large amount of things. I'm fun.
Okay, we're going with that. Got it. Continue.
Am I not fun?
Continue.
So, I honestly, like, people like, oh, live up in your early 20s and this and that. I just never did. I just kind of stayed at home, whatever. But once I turned 25, for some reason, that's when I think it's very, very slight. Probably for me, midlife crisis. For most people, quarter life crisis.
I was like, what do you mean? I get it.
Kind of kicked in.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it made me realize, like, oh, I need to get out there and, like, do some stuff.
My life is almost over.
It's almost done. I
need
get out
to
there.
hurry up.
So I don't know. I really started just kind of throwing caution to the wind a little bit more and living and going out more and stuff. So I feel like that was a lot of fun for me. Yeah. And I feel like that was the first time that I felt like I had a big growth of being like, oh, I feel more like an adult now. Before I just felt like a big kid.
Right.
But now I feel like an actual like adult.
So you just turned 29 yesterday.
Yes. Yesterday was my birthday.
Yesterday. And we were standing outside the restaurant and we were talking and I said, "Oh, you're almost 30," and you cringed.
Yeah.
So 29 you said is that weird age for you. Does turning 30 is that something you're not looking forward to?
I feel like only because so many people have built it up so much. Like, oh, 30's coming. Oh, you're almost going to be 30. Like, oh, my God, 30 was crazy. Oh, what are you going to do for your 30th?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Like, it feels like it's going to be big, but I'm pretty sure it's just going to feel like another day.
So that's what I felt for me with 30. I was like, oh, 30. I'm 30. It's just like, wow, I'm not 20 now. I'm 30.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, I'm 31. You know, there's something after 30.
There's like a step into it.
Yeah,
you're like, ooh. At least like the 20 and then 21 is like a fun one.
Right.
But 31, you ain't get nothing special.
Just more back pain. Listen, I think I threw my back out early. I'm not even gonna lie. I've been struggling this whole time.
Oh God.
I think for me, looking back in my life, 22 was a great year.
Okay.
In and out, it had a lot of great qualities. There was a lot of not great times in my 22nd year, but I think in a whole, I loved it. I turned 22 in New York. I had moved to New York that year. I was 21 when I decided to move. Just a spur of the moment, decision. My friend went with me, and then while living in New York, in Brooklyn, I can't think of. You weren't a Glee person, huh?
No.
I can't think of the area that they lived in Glee. That's the area that I lived in, as well.
Queens.
No.
Bushwick.
Oh
my God! Look at me.
I lived in Bushwick. Thank you. I lived in Brooklyn and I lived in Bushwick.
I'm so proud of myself right now. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And I remember waking up. I turned 22. I took extra long to do my hair. I chose a good outfit, and I spent the whole day in Manhattan. I spent the whole day walking Central Park. I accidentally walked into a drug deal.
Okay.
So that was interesting.
That
was the exciting part of it. No, I had to leave. He was trying to sell his girlfriend for drugs. It was a whole thing. Happy birthday to me. My quote on Instagram was, I don't know about you, I'm feeling 22.
I mean,
T-Swizzle,
She would have just come out with 1989, right?
Yeah.
Crazy.
But 22, yeah, I love 22. 22 is also when I got my heart broken.
Well,
that was a great year for me.
Yeah, really did a lot of living.
It was wild.
I've been seeing it flying around.
22 was wild. I moved to New York. I moved back from New York for a boy. Broke up with said boy like a week after I moved back. Got back together with said boy and engaged.
Oh, that boy. Got
all within 4 months.
Did a lot of living.
Broke up 6 months later. It was 22 was a lot. 22 was a lot. I think I was 22 for 6 months when all that happened.
I was like you were 22 for a year.
I was 22 for a year, but it was 6 months of my 22nd year, and that's what happened.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, me just out living my life at 25
and me trying to start my life at 22.
I was inside at 22.
Did you party a lot?
Not
were
really.
you a go outer drinker?
No, not really. That's the thing. We had so much freedom when we were younger, and some of my siblings took like the partying route. I took like the safe route, and I just
Oh
did
no,
nothing.
I didn't. I had freedom too, but I had a lot of strict rules. And at 21, after I turned 21, I didn't party a whole lot. I didn't go out a lot. I didn't get crazy drunk. I did every once in a while, but not as much because I started at 16. Underage drinking is bad, kids.
Yeah. He was drinking water the whole time.
Listen,
Pedialyte.
I was tossing those motherfuckers back. Any party I went to, I was tossing them back.
Yeah.
I was 18 at my a work party for Halloween, drunk as a skunk, driving to Jack in the Box after for a big old greasy burger. Listen, I did not make a lot of decisions in my life that were great. And yet here I am alive.
Yeah.
Smarter for it? No. But I'm alive.
See, I think I was so... no offense. I was so fearful of, like, being that person. And, like, being... Like drinking constantly. That it took me a while to even, like, start.
What are you trying to say, Jason?
You just said it all. You said you were driving all the way to Jack in the Box for a greasy burger after getting hammered.
I was not a responsible teen.
Yeah. I was a very
Thank the Lord
well,
above. I did not get into a car accident. I did not hit anybody. I did not get hit. There were some iffy moments there.
Yeah.
You know. But I did a lot of that partying at 16. You know, I'm in the house party like this. My family's party. They think I'm drinking Kool-Aid. Let alone I'm drinking vodka and, you know, just partying it up. And so by 21, it was legal, and I was like, man, what's the fun in it?
I know.
Give me illegality or give me death.
Gave you death.
Listen, I'm not gonna do it anymore.
Please don't. You know, it makes me feel.
People are gonna start to worry.
I worry. I'm people. Anyways.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I only recently have fully like gotten into like the whole like going out life, because even like prior to this, like, yeah, I'd go out occasionally, but for the most part it was never anything that I fully like wanted to do.
Yeah.
I had more fun hanging out, sitting in like a backyard having a drink with like friends than like going out to like a club.
So you're boring.
However you want to see it is however you
now
want to see it.
I appreciate that more now. That's 100% my vibe.
In all fairness,
give me a kickback. You know, give me some friends, a couple of, I don't know, hard mics or some glasses of wine.
Yeah.
I'm set, baby.
In all fairness, I think I always have kind of been that way, where I, like at recess in like elementary school, I was like just hanging out with my friends. We would just go sit in like a corner. And
I
just,
had
like,
my twin brother.
hang out. Oh, I forgot. But you could barely understand him with that accent.
You know, it was a language barrier, but we made it work.
Yeah. Have you ever been seen in the same room?
Yes.
One pant leg on, one pant leg off.
My friends and I played witches in elementary school.
Oh my god.
So I think we were totally different people.
Yeah, very much so. So I was on TikTok the other day, and I seen the performance by Halle Bailey in front of the castle. It was gorgeous. Up where they walk.
I was singing Part of Your World.
Oh, that's what I was.
No, that's the line I was singing. Was
part of your world.
Okay, wait, hold on. Wait, why was that kind of good?
I know.
You got that on camera. Okay, wait, do it again.
Part of your world.
Look at, I can sing.
The glass shatters in the window.
Lands in my eye.
Christy's like, shut up.
What cats are fighting out there?
Please bust down the door. We got a noise complaint.
Yeah. Chrissy's our studio owner.
Oh yeah. She rents it out to us.
Yeah.
She's also the producer and our
the
manager.
choreographer.
Yeah. You think we look this good on our own?
They're like, get a new choreographer.
Y'all look busted.
No hate, Chris.
I love you.
But yes, I saw that too.
Yeah.
And
it has made me so excited for the movie though.
Comes out Friday.
Yeah.
The 26th.
Yeah.
In a theater near you.
You're welcome, Hallie. We got you.
Send us our check.
Send us
Please.
We
We're
want
giving you promo,
just
girl.
just a portion.
We're
of that.
giving you promo, girl. I'm so excited for it.
I know. It
I'm
looks
so
like it's gonna be
excited
so
for
good.
it. Listen, The Little Mermaid is one of my favorite Disney movies. The Little Mermaid 2, love that movie. Little Mermaid 3, I get it. But
To be honest, I didn't even know there was a third one.
Yeah, Arrow's beginning. Shows her mother. She has the same hair. That also shows why King Triton hates humans.
Oh.
Yep.
This little bug
Listen, if
thing,
this
yeah.
bug flies by me one more time, I'm
God.
punching you.
Ugh, you did not pay for this promo. Okay.
You're getting paid?
Oh. Yeah. I've been meaning to tell you. We got our first sponsor.
It's a bug. Insect repellent.
It's off. I don't know though. I'm so excited to see this movie because I feel like the cast is really good. I'm really excited to see Melissa McCarthy. As
Me too.
Ursula.
Yeah. I love her in everything she does, and I think this is a role that she's really going to kill.
Because has she done anything that's like more sinister, more like, because most of her stuff's just comedy, right?
Most of it is comedy, yes. She's done some pretty serious roles as well, but nothing sinister.
Yeah.
She's never been the villain.
Ooh, okay.
In the sense of like a villain. She's been a bad person before, but never the villain.
Yeah.
And sorry, the bug. And I'm so excited to see her in that role, 100%. Just in general, the movie as a whole, I agree with you. The casting's amazing. I think Halle Bailey is beautiful. I think her voice is beautiful, and I think, given all the backlash that has been happening around this movie, I think they casted a great Ariel.
Yeah, there's no reason why she was not qualified for this role in the slightest.
Listen,
so I mean,
Alabama would say otherwise.
That's the thing. It's crazy because the only reason was because of her skin tone.
Right.
And that was it.
Yeah.
Everything else, she is overly qualified for this role.
And that just shows the times that we live in still.
Yeah.
Which is very upsetting.
You know what's really sweet to see though? Because obviously it's what is her sister's name? Chloe, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Chloe and Halle.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously they rose to fame like together because they were like a singing duo.
Right,
And
yeah.
they were twins and everything. So to see Halle like get this opportunity, and I know a lot of people were kind of like putting out articles that Chloe was jealous of her and this and that. And when they had the movie premiere for the movie, and Chloe was there, so excited for her
beaming
sister.
for her sister.
It literally made me want to cry because she was like, I am so happy for her. I am so excited to see her like doing well, and I'm just to genuinely see that there's no like animosity there because one person got this.
For what would there? It just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah,
there shouldn't ever be any animosity. You love to see people thrive.
Exactly.
You know, root people on, root your, just root.
Yeah.
Oh. You know.
But like, I think the media likes to do that though in general, and just pitting people against each other. So when you're taking two twins, one got this amazing role, the other one didn't. All of a sudden, it's.
Well, I don't think I've ever seen twins not get roles together.
I'm trying to think if there's any of that. I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah. Why use twins and not have an example?
I don't know.
I'm just saying, it sounds kind of fake to me.
I mean, I don't know. I just mean like especially.
Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen always were filmed together.
Yeah.
Dylan Cole Sprouse always were filmed together.
No, not anymore.
Well, I'm saying it's younger.
Cole Sprouse, though, see, in the same way Cole
What do they
Sprouse
do?
is now doing, he's on Riverdale and a couple other random
he's
roles.
Smoking cigarettes and interviews.
And then the other one,
he went to college.
Yeah, he did like a couple random acting roles,
Did
but
he?
not anything like notable.
Okay, bring it back to Little Mermaid. A lot of people were upset because they didn't make the animals look like the cartoon.
Yeah.
How do you feel? What's your take, like, and subscribe?
Oh, hello. Hi, my name is Jason, and I am for Flounder 2023.
Flounder 2023.
Yeah. I do think that they should have kept the original design for like Flounder and Sebastian, because there's no reason. I understand like making them realistic, but there's no reason why they can't be animated still and like have the larger eyes like they did. I feel like that's cute.
They did that with Sonic the Hedgehog too.
Yeah, the studio got bullied
into making them. Yeah, so they could have. I mean, I see what you're saying too. It's a live action, so they should make it more realistic looking. Um, but Flounder's just kind of scary looking.
Yeah, he's a little creepy.
You know.
Honestly, I feel like Sebastian's even creepier looking. Cause he looks like
Yeah.
you see him a little closer, and he's like.
You know, he kind of looks like a real life version of Mr. Krabs
He does.
with the long eyes.
He looks like those really creepy edits that people make on TikTok of
Yeah,
SpongeBob,
yeah,
and
yeah.
it's like.
I did learn something though about the animal production of The Little Mermaid.
Mm-hmm.
Why Scuttle is no longer a seagull, if you've noticed.
Yeah, I did.
He is a northern gannet.
What is that?
And let me explain to you what a northern gannet is.
Thank you so much.
Sort of like crows,
Mm-hmm.
how they find shiny things and they'll take it and gift them to people.
Yeah.
Northern gannets will use things that they collect to create their nests. So it's been found sometimes in their nests. It'll be like Rolex watches or rings or forks, or they So they thought, why have it be a seagull? It'd be a northern gannet, because it only makes sense that a mermaid would go to this bird that is always collecting human things to create their nests.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always cool when they put like little Easter eggs in the movies.
Disney doesn't play.
Yeah. They got enough money. They shouldn't be playing around with these
And
films.
we still haven't got a check for our promo.
I know. We have mentioned Disney so many times. We're just going to get hit with a lawsuit.
Listen, because this is why we're making fun of the mouse.
Yeah.
We meaning me.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I'm not going to do it in this episode. But we all know my Mickey Mouse is pretty spot on.
Mm-hmm. Replay the old episodes. Go
It's
back.
almost as if Mickey Mouse sitting right here.
Yeah.
I'm just
Have
like,
you ever been seen in the same room as Mickey?
Mickey. No.
No.
Never once.
I think it says something.
Coincidence?
I think not.
I think not.
Anyways, so speaking of movies, what was your favorite movie that you've seen in the theater as a kid? Or you know what? Let's start with the first one. What's the first one you remember that you went to go see as a kid?
Oh.
I remember mine.
I don't remember my first movie.
Mine was the Rugrats movie.
Oh, I love that
I
movie.
remember I was so excited that they were making a feature-length film, and so I convinced my aunt to take me. She just took me to, and then she fell asleep midway through the movie. And I remember sitting there watching the movie. We were right in the very front, so I'm sitting there like this, just watching the movie. And I remember looking over, and she was asleep. And then I was like, I'm sitting here by myself. Somebody could take me right now. And then I went back to the movie.
Why would that be your thought?
Because I'm an anxious person who was an anxious child.
And you weren't by yourself. She was just sleeping.
Yeah, but it made me nervous. But I had a good time. It was a good movie. And then I remember I was so excited because then my birthday came around and I got the VHS. And it was
The
when
orange
Nickelodeon had the
VHS.
orange
Mhm.
VHSs. And I remember I thought it was the coolest thing.
I had that too. I think the earliest movie I could remember, and I know I've seen movies prior to this. I think I've seen The Fox and the Hound in the theaters, but the earliest movie I can think of off the top of my head, I don't know if you've seen it or remember it, but Mighty Joe Young.
I do, yeah.
Mighty Joe Young was my movie as a kid. And I remember watching this movie in theaters. It was me, my mom, my dad. And it was a scene. I'm literally getting goosebumps thinking about it. It was a scene where he's on the Ferris wheel and it starts to break.
Mm-hmm.
And he falls.
Oh.
And he's holding, the kid in his hand because he's trying to save them. And I remember I got out of my seat. I walked into the middle aisle and I just sat there and was bawling my little baby eyes out because I'm like, no, Joe, because he died. It makes it seem like he died.
Yeah.
And I was devastated. My friend Joe, I was in that theater crying in the middle like this, crying in the middle aisle, just watching him die as his hand uncurled.
Oh.
And little kids in there. Yeah.
That is exactly how I felt when Tommy decided to leave Dill in the forest. And he was like, "You're not my brother no more." And he threw the watch at
Threw
him.
the pocket watch at him.
And then he just left him there, and the monkeys were gonna take him. And I remember being heartbroken.
Yeah.
Sitting there by myself.
Alone. Nobody around me.
Nobody to console me. I'm all alone.
Kidnappers surrounding the building.
Waiting for me. I was a vulnerable child. I was hot commodity back then, all right?
You were 12.
I thought I was 4. I was a solid 16 years old.
That makes sense.
Oh, my God. What are your favorite kind of movies to watch in the theaters now?
All of them.
Oh, okay.
I'm a big movie buff. You know this. I
know.
love movies. Any movie I'm down for. I love it.
I love going to see a scary movie in the movie theaters over watching it at home. If I can go and see like a scary movie,
but it has to be scary.
Yeah, I mean,
there's been a lot of good scary movies out lately.
That's fair. Which, to be honest, a lot of the more scary movies are coming out on like streaming platforms now that you start seeing on TikTok and stuff. Like, this is the scariest movie.
Yeah, but they say that and then you watch it and it's not.
And it's not that scary.
It's like who is the judge? Who's deeming this the scariest movie? I couldn't even sit through it.
Yeah, who gets to say world's best cup of coffee, best croissant? Best croissant is what I said.
Best croissant.
You almost made me drop my croissant.
Who has the best croissant out there? Who has it?
You know, who... I wish I could tell you. And then best scary movie.
Who? My head just turns around.
Kind of exorcist owl. Oh my God.
It's not an exorcist owl.
I just pictured the exorcist because their head turns all the way around.
So does owls. Doesn't mean they're possessed.
Yeah, but they have to eventually come back.
I'm possessed by an owl.
Who?
Do
you want to hear something so funny that happened to me?
Is it embarrassing?
A little bit.
Then yes.
Okay, cool. So we had left the gym, I don't know, like a couple of days ago. And I had told myself that I was going to get Chipotle. Mm-hmm. I ended up going through a McDonald's drive-thru because I didn't want to get out of the car.
Same.
Really didn't want to get out of the car. And so...
You do know Chipotle has a
yeah,
Chipotle
but
lane,
only
right?
the one. I didn't have the time to order it on my phone or whatever. I'm a safe driver. All I do is watch Trisha Paytas videos while I drive.
Listen, we're nothing if not a Trisha stan on this podcast.
Amen. And so I'm watching. I have one of her videos on in the car, and I'm just listening to her ramble about whatever.
Okay.
And she's also going through a drive-thru.
As Trisha does.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure she was wearing a full Burger King uniform.
Yeah, that's just like her normal outfit sometimes. Yeah. Sometimes it's Togo, sometimes it's Burger King, McDonald's. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so I get to the McDonald's drive-thru, and I'm going through. I turned down the volume so I could order my food. And then the line was a little bit longer, so I turned it back up, and I'm listening. And I'm like, oh, for the other 2 windows, I don't have to worry about it. It's like a real quick transaction. Right. Great. So I'm not going to bother turning it down. So I pay for my food. I pull up to actually get my food.
Okay.
And I'm sitting there. I'm watching the video. And right as this guy opens the window, Trisha on the video says, "Oh, my God, I love your shirt." And the guy looked at me and was like, "Oh, thank you." And I was like, "You're welcome." I just committed to it as if that was me that said that. Okay, he was just wearing his McDonald's uniform.
The fact that Trisha has a very distinct voice.
I know.
And the fact that this man looked at you and thought, yes.
That came from you. That noise came from you.
That was you for a fact.
Yeah.
I think that every day.
That I sound like Trisha Paytas?
No, you sound like a girl.
Oh, fucking do you? I get it all the time.
I used to get it a lot.
You want to hear something else super awkward?
Yes.
The amount of times that I have pretended to be my own wife on the phone is astounding. Because I will call a place, say, okay, so...
What do you mean?
So, like, last month, there was an issue with my car payment.
Okay.
They didn't take the money out, whatever. So I had to call. Uh-huh. Hi, I'm calling, blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah, the account's under Jason Felix. Cool. Okay, yeah, here's all the information. Oh, the other person on the other line is like, oh, can I speak to Mr. Felix? And I'm like, I can either commit to this is me and embarrass myself a little bit, or pretend like I'm my own wife.
And embarrass you
And
in
be like,
more.
oh, he's actually at work right now. And so, but he gave me permission to call. And then she said, oh, well, you have to have him call back. So then I hung up the phone, waited about 10 minutes, and then I called back in a slightly deeper voice.
Hello, my name is Jason Felix, and I'd like to pay my car payment, please.
Yeah. And just in case I got the same woman. And so it's awkward things like that it'll hit me, and I realize I'm like, the normal person would have been like, oh no, this is Jason Felix. No, that wasn't me. I'm so sorry, sir. I was watching a video. I'm sorry. But instead I commit to it, and I'm just like, because I don't want to get embarrassed. So I end up just embarrassing myself internally. Or it's really embarrassing? Combine the two, okay? I pull up to the drive-thru, order my food, and they say, okay, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes. And then I pull up to the window, and I'm like, hi.
Hello, I am ma'am.
Hi, how's it going?
That used to happen to me a lot back when I was younger. My voice was higher, I guess. I mean, I don't have a super deep voice now, but my voice was higher. And I would get that all the time. Oh, thank you, ma'am. Oh, how can I help you, ma'am? Can I get your name? Yes, my name is Edward Silva. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, sir.
Mm-hmm.
How can I help you, Mr. Silva?
Yeah, it's almost more awkward when they make it a thing afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
So it's easier for me just to commit to it, and like just not make it a thing.
Yes, hello. My name is Patricia. I'm Jason Felix. I'm Patricia Felix.
But it does work in my favor sometimes. I have called for my mom. I have called for my aunts. I have called for multiple people. And I don't have to pretend like I'm somebody else. I can just be like, yes, this is Lydia. Like, I can speak for that.
I've talked to you many times on the phone, though. And I don't think I've ever thought on the phone that you sounded like a woman.
Everyone says that in my personal life. They're like, I don't hear it. I literally don't hear it. But I think that's only because you know me.
I will say, though, there have been times in person where maybe you've said something a little more soft than you normally would, or you come in and it's more of like a hey, just to like a heads up, so you say it higher pitched.
Yeah. And
I'm caught off guard, so at that time I'm like, who was that? Like, I thought it was a girl. But then it's you, then you don't sound like that anymore, Yeah. I think just in that moment, because it's more softer than you normally would talk, or a little bit higher than you normally would say it.
Yeah.
But I would never say that you sound like a woman.
Yeah, so many people do.
I mean, I do say that,
yeah,
but I don't mean it.
You just said it about 5 minutes ago.
I do say it, but I don't mean it,
Yeah. Anyways, do you do any, like, weird, awkward things?
I think my thing is, okay, enjoy food. Thank you too at a restaurant, or we'll go to a movie. Have a great time. Enjoy your movie. Thanks, you too. Oh.
And then you just, oh God.
Just
immediately have like a little internal meltdown.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, I'm so sorry. Do you apologize afterwards? Be like, oh my God, no, I'm so sorry. Or
no,
you just,
I will.
Just don't.
I storm away.
Yeah.
I walk.
Just walk. No.
The walk of shame.
I've done it where I'll do it. And I'm like, oh yeah, you too. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean that.
And they're like about to go on lunch.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. You didn't want me to enjoy my food.
I thought you were just giving me a compliment. I feel like there is stuff that I do. I just can't think of it. Because I know there's times in my life where I'm just like, oh, that's so cringe. Because I did the thing, But I can't think of it off the top of my head.
I mean, we all can't be perfect.
I'm nowhere near. Never claimed to be.
Just so many people on the outside have.
Listen.
I can't control the public perception.
Yeah, exactly. If that's how they see me, who am I to tell them any different?
Yeah, they all have to have somebody who do.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
Yeah.
Womp 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 womp. What's that from?
I was thinking the same thing.
What's that from? Womp 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 womp.
Is it a cartoon?
Yes.
Is it a parent in a cartoon?
Yes.
It's I know the show, but I don't remember what it's called. Is it? Okay, it's not Powerpuff Girls.
No.
It's like an older cartoon.
It's an older cartoon.
Oh my God. Nope, I don't have it.
Charlie Brown, Peanuts.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Oh my God. Just because I'm not old, I get flipped off. God. That's why you sound like that. years old as the parents. Now I'm like, what is he saying?
Yeah, you just can't understand me. I'm literally talking regularly. You're just.
I'm editing the podcast like, I don't know what the hell this is, but okay.
You know, speaking of that, I had read somewhere, and it made me really sad because the Trix Fruity Pebbles, not Trix.
The Trix Rabbit?
Trix Rabbit, but the cereal. The Trix cereal.
Trix.
Yeah.
Trix.
Trix are for kids, right?
Yeah.
In the new cereal Trix nowadays, it's just colored puffs.
Circles, yeah.
I read somewhere that said it's not that they changed the cereal, it's just because we're grown up now, and because Trix are for kids, that's why we don't see them as fruit anymore.
Oh.
Isn't that heartbreaking?
That is heartbreaking. You want to hear something even more heartbreaking?
Yes.
You know how Toys R Us is what I was going for
Jeffrey.
there. And then after they all shut down, and then it just was Jeffrey really sad, and he just said, I guess all the Toys R Us kids grew up.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Isn't that so sad?
Yeah.
There's no more Toys R Us kids.
They're bringing Toys R Us back.
Why? me just so sad about it.
Ew, why? What?
I will. As an adult, they were a little overpriced.
I love Toys R Us.
It was okay.
But we also lived very different childhoods. I was in Toys R Us almost weekly.
That's fair. You know what? It was a good week. Did you guys ever have like a World of Discovery where you lived?
No, that doesn't ring a bell to me.
It was like, picture all of the cool sciencey toys that you could ever imagine in one store.
Okay.
So it was like all like the model rockets and the microscopes, and there was a really large. Oh, you were imagining
I'm
it?
imagining
Okay,
it, yeah.
okay, cool.
I'm there. I'm immersed.
There was a table. I was a rock kid. Okay.
You're a rock?
I was a rock.
Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah.
Is that you as a rock?
Yeah, I was trying to do the googly eyes. You know the little.
Got it.
Okay, ready? Be a rock with me.
Okay.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. Okay. So at World of Discovery, they had this huge table that was just filled with nothing but like polished rocks and like little gems and stuff.
That's my vibe. Okay.
Yes, and you had to pay for like a little bag, and you would just go and be able to pick out your rocks, and as long as they could all fit in the bag.
Yes. Okay.
That was the vibe.
Yep.
I would have a field day in there. I didn't even have to buy anything in there. Because they had all like you could test out all the toys.
Yeah.
That was their like fun part.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so you could just go in there and just play for a while.
I had the Exploratorium.
Okay, it's probably similar vibes then.
That's why I bring it up, because it kind of sounds like the same. You go and you can be able to do everything.
Yeah.
It's fun.
It was fun.
Yeah. I think I was a Toys R Us kid, 100%.
Oh, good for you.
I loved like the science toys like that. Like the little science kit where you can make your own gummy candies.
Oh, I always wanted that one. I just got the one where you could make like the plastic bugs.
Oh yeah. And you melt it down.
One. Yeah.
I had one where you can melt down your crayons and make new crayons.
Oh, I wanted that one too.
I love that one. Were you an Easy Bake Oven kid?
I wanted to be.
God.
My sister had an Easy Bake Oven, but like I never got to play with it.
Let me tell you, I loved my Easy Bake Oven.
Good for you.
I loved it. I was making cookies. I was making pancakes. I was making 3-layered iced cakes.
Oh my God.
Listen, I was an Easy Bake Oven professional chef. Chef Boyardee, you know? I was doing the thing. When it broke. It was great. I loved it. Tangent, but also not a tangent. They brought back the Easy Bake Oven.
Okay.
But they split the gender. They have Easy
Oh.
Bake Oven for girls, and then they got a darker, like gray and blue one, Easy Bake Oven for boys.
Like, just make the Easy Bake Oven.
It was stupid.
At that point, just on the box, just put boys and girls.
Yeah, it was dumb. Did you ever have? Because we just talked about peanuts. Did you ever have the Snoopy shaved ice making machine?
No, I had an off-brand one.
Oh my God, I loved it. On a hot summer day, just literally me sitting on the sidewalk by myself, making shaved ice. It was great. I had a great time.
My God. You know what my favorite toy growing up was? I used to love a Light Bright.
I think that was one of the toys I didn't get was a Light Bright.
Yeah, I loved it so much.
I loved my friend's Light Bright.
I loved to draw. And so, like, I would just take, like, the ones that already had drawings on them, and I'd flip it over and then draw my own thing. and then just try to make it at a light bright.
Oh, that's cool.
That was
Did
fun.
it work?
100%.
Nice.
Yeah. No.
Were you the kind of kid that had the space glow in the dark stickers on your ceiling? Yeah, me too. I'd fall asleep to the stars every night.
At Office Depot, my aunt used to take me on the weekends, and there was glow in the dark paper. And so
I've never seen
yeah,
that.
it was same idea, but it was just paper. So we would go and we'd buy it would be like a stack of 100 sheets or
Do
whatever.
they still make that?
I think so.
Oh, I need to get me some of that.
Yeah. And so I would go and I'd make my own designs. I'd make snowflakes, I'd make stars, I'd make comets, and then we'd go around and we'd tape it around our house, and then
That's cute.
we'd wait till the night,
Yeah.
and then it would all glow.
See, I wouldn't have that much patience. I'd put it all in my bathroom and just shut the door.
Oh my God, you want to know what I did?
Okay.
It was the funnest thing,
Oh,
but my parents got
kind of sinister.
so mad. They got so mad when they found out. We used to break open glow sticks. The very toxic glow sticks.
Right. Uh-huh.
And
a lot of things are starting to add up.
And you'd splatter it everywhere. And then you would turn off the light, and it looked like a galaxy.
Wouldn't it be...
Granted, it was like thin enough that you didn't really notice it too much with the lights on.
It was colored, though.
Yeah, just very slightly. Just very slightly. That's why my parents got mad. Because you wouldn't notice it from far. When you're just in the bathroom, you wouldn't notice it. But when you look close at the wall, you see little yellow dots.
The dots,
everywhere.
yeah.
Oh, they were so mad.
I can imagine.
But like, it looked so cool for about 30 seconds until it wore off.
That's funny.
Oh my God, it was so cool. Yeah. One time my sister did it to her friend, right in the eyes. Her friend got so mad and left.
Did she get blind?
Yeah, she definitely did that.
Thank you. Did she get blind?
Yeah, she still can't see.
Did she get blind?
Yeah.
Would that be the right way to say that?
Did she go blind?
Did she go blind? Did she go blind?
Yes.
Just answer me.
For the fourth time, yes.
I need to know. Is she blind?
For the fourth time.
She see?
To bring out our next guest, my sister's old friend that went blind. Her name was Helen. Helen Keller, everyone. Welcome to the stage, Helen.
Dumb, deaf, and blind. Emphasis on the dumb.
She wrote books. She was
and
an
flew
author.
planes.
Oh my God, probably was like a chemist too or something.
I think she
probably cured
There
cancer.
was like 14 books published by Helen Keller.
Yeah, at least.
And
Oh
she
my
flew a
God.
plane.
How was she writing these books? I don't get it. Was Helen Keller real?
No,
I don't think she was real.
I think she was a product of a society that needed something to feel seen because Helen could not.
Take her sight so we can see.
Someone had to walk before we can run. Shoot.
She couldn't walk.
She was dumb, not crippled.
She's like running into trees and shit.
Do you remember the theme song for Toys R Us?
I'm a Toys R Us kid. That's about all I got.
I don't remember either.
Okay.
All I remember is I
was
want to
ready
be a Toys R Us kid.
Oh, yeah, that was the line that I was thinking of, but I
Yeah.
sang it wildly out of tune.
Wildly.
I seen a TikTok and it was saying how people who can sing have to actively try not to sing like in tune. They'll be like this girl was basically like, oh, my friend always gets mad when I sing in the car because I'm able to sing and she can't. And she'd be like, oh my God, you don't have to try so hard. You don't have to like, oh my God, we're just singing in the car. We're just having fun. And she's like, I have to go out of my way to sing out of tune.
It's Jessica Simpson all over again.
I know.
Those poor souls.
I'm telling you, they're just destroyed by it.
And then there's people like us who are just actively sounding like dying cats.
No, but you can sing.
No, I cannot.
Yes, you can.
Anyways, what would you do? You have a favorite? Speaking of singing, do you have a favorite like old school ditty that you loved?
O'Reilly's Auto Parts. Bow! Yeah, my voice can't go that high right now.
Yeah, you're sick.
Thanks.
I guess that's old school. That's pretty back there. They don't have that commercial anymore. Mine was the Oscar Mayer tune.
Oh, I wish I were an Oscar Mayer wiener.
That is what I truly like to be. 'Cause if I were an Oscar Mayer wiener, everyone would be in love with everyone, would be in love with everyone, would be in love with me.
Or
Do you see that I can sing?
my baloney has a first name.
It's OSCAR.
My baloney has a second name.
It's MAYER.
Um,
Oh, I'd like to eat it every day. And if you let me, well, I'll say. Because Oscar Mayer has a way with BOLOGNA.
Oh my god, that's how I learned how to spell baloney.
Bologna.
You know what I liked? I am stuck on Band-Aid brand because Band-Aid stuck on me. Ah, loved it.
Do you remember the hold on, let me think. The Canine Advantage one.
Was it the one where the little dog goes to camp?
He goes to science camp,
Oh,
and he's writing a letter to his mom. It says, "Hello, mother. Hello, father. Please ticks mosquitoes really bother. Thanks for the package. That's why I'm writing. Canine Advantage really stops all the biting. Running, hiking, and tent pitching. They're not biting. I'm not itching. Can't wait to show you all my new tricks. Thanks again for sending me Canine Advantage."
Oh, that's so good. It's so good.
I'm telling you, those little things they're in my head.
Or what is I used to like the one where it'd be like it's my money and I need it now.
Call JG Wentworth 877 cash now.
877 cash now.
877 cash now. I can't go that high.
It's your money. Use it when you need it. It would be
Call JG Wentworth at 877 cash now.
Was there like a Stanley Steamer one?
Right, call 1-800-STEAMERS. Stanley Steamers gets carpets cleaner.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was, actually.
You really just packed in there with
It's inside. I can't get it out. That's all I hear every day.
Every night you're going, Stanley Steamers.
The steamers. The steamers.
Not the steamers.
The carpets are cleaner. The carpets are cleaner. Stanley!
No.
Dry sweat.
But your carpets are immaculate.
I was a sucker for a good tune.
Yeah.
Like the old cartoons, Pepper Ann, As Told by Ginger. Love all those things.
I'm trying to remember the As Told by Ginger theme song. I remember it being good.
Someone once told me the grass was much greener on the other side. Well, I've been a living.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah. Pepper Ann, Pepper Ann.
I never really watched Pepper Ann. I know of the show, but I've never really watched Pepper Ann. Oh my god. Okay. Well, he's gone. They can probably still hear you a little bit.
Fades out.
Oh my god.
I'm back. Hi.
Hey everyone. Welcome back to Straighten Up.
Hi, I'm Eddie's wife, Patricia. I'm back. He gave me permission to be here today. And I'm one of those annoying girls that talk with a high inflection at the end. Like everything's a question. But I'm really cool. And I like to be here on this podcast. You know?
Did you see who had a new podcast?
Who?
Trisha Paytas and Colleen Ballinger.
No.
Yeah.
Like together?
Yeah, they have a podcast. It's called Oversharing.
Now I know.
Yeah.
Now I know.
Yeah, apparently they work very well together. I haven't watched it yet.
That's why now. That's what I know. That's what I'm gonna be doing now. I just had a thought in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be on the show.
Oh, okay.
I'll be like Maverick. We went for a walk the other day. My son. We went for a walk the other day, and we took the dogs. And he's collecting leaves, right? And I'm like, okay, that's enough leaves. He goes, okay, wait, Dad, I have an idea. And I said, okay, he goes, let's get more leaves. I was like, okay. So we go, he'll get more leaves. Okay, that's good. And we're walking. He goes, I have an idea. I said, what's your idea? Let's get more leaves. We need more leaves. And I was like, okay. And that was his way of like cheating the system.
Yeah.
I have an idea.
We're doing it.
Let's get on that show.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay. Well, then we're doing it.
Speaking it into existence.
Yeah. So now you just have to figure out how to get us there.
I will contact their managers.
Okay, cool. Pretending to be Patricia, our manager.
Yes. Hello, yes. My name is Patricia, and I am the manager of Straighten Up Podcast with Jason and Eddie. He's Jason and he's Eddie. And we'd like to...
That's the way I want our secretary to answer the phone. Thank you for calling Straighten Up with Jason and Eddie. He's Jason, he's Eddie.
How can I help you today?
Yeah, I'm Patricia.
My name is Patricia. How can I help you?
Now we have to only hire somebody named Patricia.
Imagine that's. Thank you so much for calling Straight Up Podcast. My name is Patricia. What can I do for you today? It's like the house bunny.
Oh my god. Oh yeah.
Cooter. Jason. Hi,
No,
my
I'll
name's
never
Eddie.
forget.
Eddie. You know.
Yeah.
Good morning, Pooter. You're looking dapper this morning.
Oh my god.
Pooter was a cat. Anyways, it's getting kind of weird. We're getting crazy. It's
All right,
late.
Well, we
I have
could
work
probably
tomorrow.
So on that note, we're gonna go ahead and end things there.
I'm getting delirious.
I'm glad that we had a little bit more structure this episode. I feel like we flowed from one topic to the next. The last episode.
Yes.
We need to discuss what happened the last episode.
Do we?
Can we just forget the last episode happened?
Still watch it.
Yeah.
But
No,
then
give
after
it
you
give us
watch
a
it,
like.
after you like, subscribe, share, and show some love and enjoy, forget it.
Yeah. It's just,
That was a lot. Listen, that was more, and that's bad on our part. That was more of a necessity episode. We needed to get something out to you, so we just rambled, and I felt like it was a lot.
Yeah, it was all over the place. I thought there was gonna be some sort of cohesion while I was editing, and I realized I had
How scientific.
I had no recollection of half of the things we talked about. And then it clicked in my head. I'm like, oh my God, we did say that.
Yeah.
So, you know what? At the very least, if you want all of the crazy ramblings, go look at that episode. And then it'll make you appreciate these episodes even more.
Yeah, it's going to be wild. I think I'm just going to call it out because that'll give us more of a reason to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Our next episode will be another spooky episode.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm so excited.
I think we'll have some more ghost stories. We'll have some more spooky. Ooh, we can look at spooky ambiance.
Ooh, should we just have as ghosts?
An ambiance so we can do a seance.
You're going to come
our
with just like
croissant.
a sheet over your head. I'm going to come as full Victorian garb.
See-through. You're going to be full transparent.
I committed to the bit, and you just like cut some holes in the sheet. You're like, oh, that's the vibe.
I wonder if I still have my ghost sheet.
I don't see why you wouldn't.
I probably threw it away.
Kinder Care really stained it.
Oh, it was hella stained actually because of the cotton candy that I could not make. Anyways, sorry.
Not for another
apologize.
tangent.
No.
Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and end it. But before we do, we need to figure out where they can find us. Where can they find us, Eddie?
I got this.
Okay. I believe in you. You got it.
First try. Ready?
3, 2, 1.
You can find us on all social medias at our tag.
No? Okay, one more
Hold
time.
on. Okay.
Here we go.
You can find us on all social media at our tag straighten_up_pod.
You did
Hell
it.
yeah, baby.
Yeah. First time.
I guess that was technically the second time. I completely blanked. Anyways, yes, follow us, like us, subscribe to us, share us to your family, share us to your friends, share us to your enemies because we love annoying people.
Mm-hmm.
And catch us on the next video because if there's anything that we like more than sitting here
is the validation we get from you guys.
Sitting there. So yes.
Okay, well, we have different things.
No, the validation of them sitting there watching us sitting here is what I'm saying.
Oh, validation.
Tell me I'm pretty.
Validation.
In the comments. That's what we're gonna put. Say Eddie's pretty. I need it right now.
You know what? We're gonna go with that.
Yeah.
Eddie's pretty, and then and Jason's really cool.
Okay, now we're pushing it.
Okay.
And on that note,
all right.
bye.
Bye.